Hello, welcome to another Grief Share video. Today I'm going to focus more on the holidays. I've had a couple videos like that in the past. You're welcome to go and look at those if you want. Um, but today I'm going to just try to talk about it some more. Um, so tomorrow is Father's Day, and my previous video I was talking about a little bit about the pressures that parents seem to put on us, especially on holidays. And I really have a lot of like bad feelings around holidays. I think because of what family tends to expect you to do or pressure you to do. Um, but there is another part of it too. I get so frustrated with the world because the world seems to pressure quite a bit to do something on holidays. But to be fair, I don't know what came first. Like, did the world start, you know, making ads and talking about Father's Day and Mother's Day and all this um because families were celebrating Mother's Day and Father's Day so much that it just became, more important for the world to do it so they could make money. I mean, I don't know what starts first, but I get really frustrated because I feel like the all the ads and the cards and all the stuff that goes on in the world encourages families. Sometimes I'm not so sure that my family would celebrate these holidays if it wasn't so much for the world kind of pushing it and oh, it's Father's Day, give this gift or give this card. And you'll start hearing it about a week before. Me and my husband are in the car just driving down the road, and we hear something about Father's Day on the radio, and it's just like, well, like there are a lot of holidays for me. I don't I don't really want to celebrate them. I'd like to just treat it like any other day. It's hard to kind of um look at days as if they're special. I kind of just feel like every day is kind of the same to me. So um it's just really hard to start hearing things when you're kind of just expecting the next day to be like any other day. So of course that's part of my frustration. But I could tell like the things that the world put out there, like it makes a big difference in how um I guess I would say my mother behaved. Of course she was abusive, but she really liked Mother's Day and holidays. And the more that like you hear stuff on the radio and online about um, you know, don't forget to celebrate your mother or don't forget to get her this gift, the more she seemed like she would um, be pressuring for something to be done for her on Mother's Day, for example. I don't know if it would have been quite that level if it wasn't for some of the stuff that was going on in the media to encourage that kind of behavior. Um, but um, I know she would have been difficult to deal with no matter what, but um, she just had this expectation of you need to do these things for me on her birthday and holidays, and um, she sometimes seemed to treat it like it was a movie or something like that. It was very strange to me. Um, but I've found that my family's not the only one like that. My husband and his family are quite similar. On his dad's side, it looks very similar to what I experienced growing up. Just a lot of control on certain holidays. We've um, we've been pressured, I guess, by his parents to come visit his grandparents on Father's Day, and there's a lot of like um, changes in how things are being viewed because his grandfather, his health is failing and he's not doing too well, and they're worried that he's gonna pass away soon. So it seems like there's almost a different level of pressure because of that, and also we've decided to stop going to as many holidays as we used to. So I think that's affected some of the I guess holiday um, I guess words and pressure that we have to deal with. Um, to me, some of the words that are said to I say pressure us into going to an event are pretty harsh. They're borderline hurtful sometimes. It's you'll hear things like, well, you know, your your grandfather said something about you every week for the past 3 months when I'm there. So, um, do you think that you could come to the Father's Day event? It's just things that are hurtful. I don't think that they're trying to be hurtful, but it can come off like offensive. Now, I understand that they're probably already feeling something because we're not doing what they would think that we should do, like going to as many events and things like that. But um, it's just hard when people react from one hurtful thing to another. I think one thing I've learned in the last several years is that like it's very hard for people to just stop the trend of reacting and hurting each other one after another. It's very hard for somebody to just stand up and say, um, "Well, look, I don't want to continue on this downward spiral of hurting each other. Let's try to do something different." But we're human, and it is hard to know what to do. Um, but I think what's really difficult is like a lot of times. I think a part of the healing process is you need time to not be persuaded or pressured in any way. Um, I look at some of the things in my past, and I've had like when I've had um, uninterrupted time to think about what I want and not be like sent a text asking me to go to an event or um, whatever it is, just uninterrupted time of where I can think, and sometimes it may be just a year of that kind of thing. I can finally start to realize what I actually want. That's what I hate about people, parents, or family that pressure you into trying to do a certain thing, like come visit them on Father's Day, Mother's Day, Christmas, any of that. Um, it When they do that kind of thing, it makes it really hard to think about what you actually want because there's so much fear and control in it that it is really hard to think. So, so I get frustrated about that because I'm like, um, if you just leave me alone, I may actually come on my own. Now I know it's a long time to sit there and wait for somebody to figure out what they want, and there's a lot of pain, I'm sure, through that. If we don't show up to our parents' events for a year, trying to figure out what we want without being persuaded, they're probably just getting hurt over and over and over. But to sit there and try to pressure us and persuade us, it just makes it impossible to think. So we have to just say no. It's hard to even think about what you want if you want to see the person because you're so busy, like worried about if you're going to offend them if you say no. Well, how do I handle this? How do I handle this? Well, I can't figure out what I want. So, I mean, I think that's part of my frustration too. I'm just like, well, if you just leave me alone, I may actually do what you want automatically, but people just don't seem to know how to do that, especially when holidays come around. There's too much pressure and control. But um, I mean, I have two sides of my family. One side, I never felt any pressure and control around the holidays, and Like I was saying, my mother's side was that way. So, I'm always thankful for the side that didn't make me feel pressured. I think that's the only way I knew how to, um, stop being around the side that was pressuring me. And I saw it as toxic because of the good things I went through on the other side of my family. But anyway, I guess that's just my main frustration, and I'm not gonna go on any more about it. But I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day.